Well, AI, I'd say that it's going to raise productivity generally. And
as an AI enthusiast and careful watcher of the gaming business, all are ecstatic to see an unparalleled change taking place at the interface of artificial intelligence in video games. Microsoft co-founder and billionaire Bill Gates discussed the future of artificial intelligence in 2024, while reflecting on his experience in the tech business and big life changes in the previous year. Let's hear what he has to say about it. On his blog, he became emotional as he pondered on the events of 2023, providing a year-end note and forecast for the coming year. One of the pleasures of Gates' year was the fact that he will become a grandfather in 2023. The billionaire stated that becoming a grandfather has caused him to ponder on how his granddaughter was born into a new world molded by artificial intelligence. In last year's letter, I wrote about how the prospect of becoming a grandparent made me reflect on the world my granddaughter will be born into, Gates said on his blog. Now I'm more concerned about the society she will inherit and what it will be like decades from now when her generation takes power. The admission from Gates that 2023 marked the first time I used artificial intelligence for work and other serious reasons was perhaps the most striking statement in his annual open letter, in which he regularly casts his forecast for the coming year. It was for a reason, not just to mess around and create parody song lyrics. For Gates, it is clearer than ever how AI can and will aid in education and mental health. But he acknowledges that when used incorrectly, the risk of awful inequities exists. I've always believed in the power of innovation to provide every child with an equal chance to survive and thrive. Artificial intelligence is no exception, he writes. In his review of 2023, Gates notes atrocities in Ukraine, Palestine, Israel, Sudan, and Ethiopia, stating that millions continue to experience unbearable grief as a result of Russia's war on Ukraine and in the aftermath of Ethiopia's war. My heart is shattered for the ongoing suffering of Israelis and Palestinians, as well as the Sudanese people. He also mentions climate change, stating that although being aware of the problem, he is optimistic about development. What did Bill Gates say about AI in 2024? Gates ranks AI with electricity, automobiles, medicine, and airplanes as milestone innovations, stating that the most successful economies are driven by innovative industries that evolve to meet the needs of a changing world. According to Gates, AI will accelerate the rate of new discoveries at a pace we've never seen before, and help reduce the number of child mortality thanks to AI-assisted vaccination improvements. Drug discovery requires combing through massive amounts of data, he says, and AI tools can speed up that process. Some companies are already working on cancer drugs developed this way. Gates considers AI to be a milestone invention alongside electricity, autos, medicine, and airplanes, noting that the most successful economies are driven by innovative industries that evolve to meet the needs of a changing world. AI, according to Gates, will accelerate the rate of new discoveries at a pace we've never seen before, and will help reduce child mortality through AI-assisted immunization advancements. Drug discovery requires combing through massive amounts of data, he points out, and AI tools can speed up that process. Some companies are already working on cancer drugs developed this way. Gates cites AI being utilized as a medical advisor, citing a South African chatbot in development as an example of an unbiased and non-judgmental counselor who can provide around-the-clock advice. He also discusses Armin, a device that will one day serve as a co-pilot for healthcare providers treating high-risk pregnancies. While Gates acknowledges that these technologies may not be available globally until 2024 or possibly 2025, he suggests that the work that will be done over the next year is setting the stage for a massive technology boom later this decade. I am frequently asked what I would do if I could only solve one problem. Malnutrition is always my solution. Gates discusses his foundation's work on a novel supplement that is administered to youngsters through breastfeeding, stating that the next steps are broader regulatory approval and scaled-up high-quality and reliable manufacturing. I'm also excited about the possibility of improving the gut microbiome before an infant is even born, he went on to say. New research has discovered that a baby's microbiome is linked to that of their mother. Addressing uterine inflammation may offer additional benefits for the woman, placenta, and growing fetus. Gates described his experience at the COP28 summit in Dubai as productive and awe-inspiring, noting that the overall intensity of the climate debate has increased over time. Poor farmers who live near the equator are the most affected, he says, because they did nothing to cause this problem. Yet it literally threatens their lives. agriculture to manufacturing were the key issues he wanted to emphasize, as well as alternate energy generation methods. While wind and solar remain a key part of that future, Gates acknowledges that world leaders understand that you need to supplement them with something more reliable when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing. He references the word nuclear here, noting that over the years, I would frequently have to explain why nuclear isn't the boogeyman many people assumed it was. Gates argues that nuclear power is the only carbon-free energy source that can reliably deliver power day and night, through every season, almost anywhere on Earth. Gates expects that we will see lots of new innovations coming into the marketplace after outlining the intricacies of nuclear energy and marketing his company. I am feeling optimistic about our overall progress, he says of climate change, but the next 5 years remain critical. What did Bill Gates say about politics in 2024? If I could make one wish for all the people headed to the polls next year, no matter where they live, it would be for them to consider electing leaders who understand the importance of investing in human development around the world, Gates says. He goes on to say that when governments choose to engage with and help people outside their borders, the entire world benefits. Then, before signing off, he says in bold, I believe the 2024 elections will be a watershed moment for both health and the climate. Bill Gates compared the current stage of artificial intelligence to the early days of the internet, when few could predict its future developments. He went on to say that we are only at the beginning of this transition. Gates is still a major shareholder in Microsoft, which he co-founded with Paul Allen in 1975. Microsoft now owns 49% of OpenAI, the maker of ChatGPT, and expects to invest $10 billion in the AI startup. Instead of just replacing employment, the tech entrepreneur and philanthropist sees AI as a strong general-purpose technology that augments positions and enhances productivity. He sees AI as a socio-technical phenomenon that can help reduce global inequities and improve access to education, healthcare, mental health, and other services. The AI revolution isn't only about increasing efficiency, it's also about accelerating creativity across industries. Gates emphasizes that economically prosperous countries will gain, but that attention must also be devoted toward expediting processes to address health challenges in less fortunate nations. AI's ability to stimulate innovation and address major global concerns holds great promise. AI usage will soar the next 2 years, with AI agents destined to become a fundamental part of our daily life. Consider having an AI assistant, similar to Siri on steroids, do a variety of chores. Gates envisions a future in which you won't need many apps for different tasks. Instead, you'll convey the requirements, and your device's AI agent will handle them smoothly, based on a deep awareness of your life. Gates offers insight on artificial intelligence's expanding role in healthcare. While existing AI systems are focused on administrative activities, the big shift will occur when AI agents can aid patients with basic triage and offer health advice. This is especially important in impoverished areas where access to healthcare is limited. The possibility of AI agents in healthcare could potentially transform how we approach well-being. As we accept AI agents, Gates raises important ethical concerns. He urges us to think about when and how AI agents might decline particular duties, the values embedded in their programming, and the potential ramifications of relying on AI for personal and societal decisions. These are critical questions as we negotiate the incorporation of AI into our lives. Finally, Gates leaves us with a sense of awe for the future, wondering how AI agents will impact the world in the next 5 years. As we watch these rapid improvements, we are confronted with both thrilling potential and difficult difficulties. The approaching period will surely be defined by the interaction of technology and mankind. We'll return with additional details and videos. Please remember to like the video if you thought it was informative and helpful. Please leave your comments, subscribe to our channel, and check back for more thought-provoking videos. Until then, bye.